everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What is up?
Yo, boys.
Dudes.
Yo.
How's it going? Great.
Oh, you know.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Listeners, just FYI, I double-checked and made sure YouTube is working. So if you want to listen to us on YouTube, every new episode will be going up there every week on Wednesdays like normal.
Was there a question about it not working?
No, I just told everybody that was going to happen last week.
Yeah.
But last week's episode was the first one that did that, like with everybody, with the other streaming services.
Sure.
So I was live testing it because I told everyone to do it, and then I then looked.
So we got a comment that I want to circle in on from last episode, because we for some reason talked about Twilight, and I don't remember why. It was because Josh really wanted to watch some more. Patterson, was it Pattinson?
Yeah, well, both Robert Pattinson and
Kristen Stewart.
Well, both of those people, I was like, they're doing good work now.
So she said, my wife and I watched all the Twilight movies a couple months ago, and it was so bad. My brain cells yeeted themselves out of my skull one by one over the course of those 10 hours.
One at a time.
Such a mistake.
Okay. Thank you, listener. That's really good to know, because I think I'm going to pass now.
Yeah.
I mean, have you not seen them?
I saw the first one.
Oh, God.
And it was awful.
Well, you think the other ones are going to be...
Shouldn't they get better? Isn't that the point?
It was like the showrunner of Jessica Jones, who had directed or written the Twilight movies. That's why I brought
That's
it
what
up.
the connection was.
Okay.
I didn't bring it up last week, but like the director of the final episode of Jessica Jones directed Madam Web.
Ooh.
And that movie fucking slaps.
Ooh.
I've started that movie twice. I've never finished it.
I fell asleep to it on a plane.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Joe can't even sleep on planes.
I saw it on a plane, and even I walked out.
Madam Web's on a plane.
I think I've seen Madam Web on the plane, and I went, I'll watch something else. So there.
I was going to say, I know we got other comments of things, but I can't remember how to get there right now.
That's fair. We don't need more than one of you a week.
I think it was just more about young Sheldon, so, you know.
Yeah, every single week we get multiple comments on Young Sheldon. People really like that show, which I'm glad that
I'm like,
Big Bang
I
stopped.
guess I gotta watch it, you know.
No,
it was good. It was good.
I liked the couple episodes I saw.
Yeah, the couple was fine. Surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good.
Did that spinoff start?
Younger Sheldon?
No, it was like his wasn't his older sister married and stuff?
Yeah. It's like
probably
Bob and Jesse's first marriage or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make a porno.
Just kind of a funny title for a show. I get it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. Joe.
Yeah.
What is this podcast for those who don't want to watch Twilight?
It's a TV review podcast where each week we take one TV show, watch the first and last episode, review what we feel about it from just watching the bookends. And also as a little game, we make predictions for what we think is going to happen in the last episode based on the first episode and see if those things come true. We've gotten not good at this over however many years of doing this game. But it's a fun little treat.
I am currently the best not good at it.
Georgie and Mandy's first marriage just got renewed for its 3rd season.
Oh, good for them.
So.
Okay. Well, the long-standing tradition of giving comedians a TV show.
Yeah.
Is what we're going to explore tonight.
Okay.
Think of a comedian.
I believe. I believe Saturday Night Live Weekend Update host.
Okay. Joe Belushi.
No.
He was not a
Been in
John Belushi.
been in one or two
Chevy
Adam
Chase.
Sandler movies.
Oh God.
Does he enjoy dirty work?
Is the show Dirty Work?
No.
Wait, Norm Macdonald?
movie Dirty
Norm Macdonald.
Holy shit! There was a Norm Macdonald show.
Yes, and it was called, drum roll,
Norm.
The Norm Show.
The Norm Show.
So
I vaguely remember this.
depending on where you look, it's called The Norm Show or it's just called Norm.
Oh man.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I've definitely never seen it.
It aired March 24th, 1999 to April 6, 2001. It was on ABC for 3 seasons, a total of 54 episodes.
54. I always liked Norm Macdonald. Since he died, I've become like very strangely obsessed with him.
I thought you were going to be like, I just really don't like him anymore.
He's
Just
so
hasn't had any good material recently.
he's so weird and quirky. There's just a lot of like stand up and stuff I'd never seen. You know, I knew Dirty Work, obviously.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And then SNL, some random other things.
So
But-
so recently, I guess, like he's been dead for a couple years now.
It's several years,
Yeah. You've listened to some of his stand up too?
Yeah.
Have you listened to the joke The News?
The News?
It's like a
don't
third.
know.
If you were listening to like one of his stand-up albums,
Uh-huh.
it's like a 13-minute track. It's the longest track, and
Okay.
it's a joke about just like him watching the news, and then how the news is like, there's a serial killer, and he's like, "What do you want me to do?" Like, kind of thing.
Sure.
I don't even want to like talk about it because I need everyone to just, if you
Okay.
go on YouTube and go Norm Macdonald The News,
Wow.
no one listening will be mad. We'll wait. 13 minutes of
Pause-
silence starts
Pause
now.
this. Pull your car over.
Type it in, and then
Pull it up.
you can keep driving for 13 minutes,
Man.
and then you'll have to pull over again to turn
I
this
don't.
back on.
I don't think I've experienced the news, but
Oh my god.
I've also hunted down like he was on like Conan O'Brien a million times throughout his
Yeah.
Conan's career, and just always has some amazing little, just stupid, ridiculous.
Well, and every single interview is insane. He's such like an
Mhm.
old soul kind of thing. Like he talked like a old fashioned sort of sometimes, and then he just like subverted you with that a little bit
sure.
to be
Yeah.
so funny. Joe, do you know Norm Macdonald at all?
Only from like his time at SNL and like you said, appearances on Conan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I kind of know him in retrospect more so.
In one of my old jobs, like 15 years ago, I was listening to. I went through like this phase where I just listened to comedy albums like all the time for like a month or two.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
only listened to comedians. It was great.
Yeah.
Also, after that, I was like, I can 100% do a tight 5. No problem. Like when I was done with that, I was like, I'm this funny.
You got some jokes, yeah.
I'm prepared. Me is this funny,
Oh my god.
but I don't think that's true. Just FYI, that was young hubris, I believe.
I can't wait. This is gonna be some sort of like bet, like punishment or something where like you have to do your tight 5 if you lose. Because every millennial dude has one.
I don't have a
somewhere
tight.
in their drafts.
Okay. If you threw me on stage, I could pull something out right now, but I don't think it would be as good as a prepared tight 5. It wouldn't be a tight 5. It would be a 5.
A loose 5.
A loose 5.
Oh my god.
So Norm Macdonald also had a show, basically like a, I was gonna say a podcast, but like with video, but it was like a radio kind of style show, but with video, and it was called Norm Macdonald
Like Howard Stern.
Live.
Oh, wow, he did? How long did he do that for?
Well, he did that for like 4 or 5 years, and then he had Norm Macdonald has a show, which was like basically the same people. I think that was on Netflix, apparently. But Norm Macdonald Live was produced by Jash.
Oh, that's Sarah Silverman's stuff.
Yeah, and Michael Cera.
Oh, really? I didn't
Mhm.
know that.
And Reggie Watts, apparently.
When I hear Jash,
Oh, and Tim and Eric.
I think of Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, apparently it's all those people. Wild.
So the thing I'm somewhat confused about, or the thing I don't know, is because I know him from SNL, and on SNL he was the Weekend Update guy.
Yep.
So he was doing like, commentary on the news. Like I don't actually know what like Norm Macdonald's like stand up is about.
Should we watch the news before we watch?
Maybe,
the
but
Norm Show?
even the one you're saying is like about the news.
It's just random stuff.
Whereas like there's a lot of examples of sitcoms based on stand up, and it's like, Bill Cosby like had a whole like series about like being a father, and so they made a show where he's like a father, right? Or like Jerry Seinfeld has a bunch of like observations of like everyday stuff and like being a single dude, and so they built a show around that.
Yep.
So like I have no idea what to expect from this Norm Macdonald show.
Do you want me to read you like the one sentence what this is?
Sure.
Because it kind of sounds like, if you close your eyes, it sounds like an Adam Sandler show, to be honest. Norm Henderson is a former hockey player who is banned for life for gambling and tax evasion.
Okay.
That's right.
Now he must do 5 years of community service as a social worker or go back to jail.
I definitely saw a little bit of this show because that all rings a bell to me.
I'm not 100% sure I've ever seen this show. I don't think I have. So it's crazy that one of us has even. Because today when I was like, what show should we do? I was like, holy shit, Norm Macdonald at a sitcom?
Mm-hmm.
99 to 01. When was Dirty Work?
That's a movie?
Yeah, Dirty Work's a Norm Macdonald movie.
Oh my God, it's so great.
He does the jobs no one wants.
Mm-hmm.
He does the dirty work.
Oh yeah.
He does the dirty work. I'm really glad you all got that.
That was 98 was Dirty Work. I'm sure that's how I like found out about this show.
So he filmed Dirty Work and then immediately started working on Norm.
Yeah. Got the bag to go do a sitcom.
The first episode, it has a name, everybody. Norm Macdonald cared about shit. It was called Norm and the Prototype.
Ooh.
March 24th, 1999. 13.87 million viewers.
13?
13 million. Almost 14 million. That's what happens when it's 1999.
Those are 90s numbers for sure.
And you don't have Dish. So, all right. We're going to watch this first episode, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Norm. It's called Norm and the Prototype. Do you have a write-up, Jimmy?
Listen. Here's what I have.
Okay.
Norm discovers one of his clients, Taylor, is working in a massage parlor, quote unquote, and won't leave that job.
There's that.
That's what they wrote. That's
Okay.
what's on Wikipedia, and that's honestly better than what's on IMDb, which it just says social worker Norm's unconventional methods get him into trouble.
Yeah.
I guess that's another piece of the puzzle.
I suppose that is true. What we know is Norm Henderson, played by Norm Macdonald, is a convicted. He's not in prison because he has to do social work. He
degenerate.
did like tax evasion or something like that.
He
Tax
gambled
fraud.
on hockey games or something, kind of Pete Rose style.
Nice.
Well, Pete Rose is a hero, so not that way. And then he didn't pay taxes on the gambling winnings. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, he instead of going to jail for 5 years, he's doing social work as like community service, which is okay.
It's a little bit of a wild
Seems interesting.
prospect. You cannot just be tossed into a social worker role. That's you need to go to school for that.
Well, Norm was, so deal with it, Jimmy.
Sure.
Norm went on to the School of Hard Knocks. He was on the streets.
On the rink.
But he's working as a social worker, and yeah, the big thing is he has a case with this girl named Taylor, who, funny enough, is Nikki Cox from Unhappily Ever After.
Mm-hmm.
She played Tiffany Malloy,
And
the daughter.
Nikki. Was
She had her own show too.
Yeah.
Wait, was that a spinoff?
The Nikki
No.
show.
No, I think it was just her trying to have a vehicle after the success of that show. But that show was also produced by this guy who co-produced this show, Bruce Helford, who his other shows that he produced or that he co-created. He co-created this series. He was the co-creator of the Drew Carey Show, but then he was also the co-creator of Wanda at Large, the Wanda Sykes Show, also a comedian. George Lopez.
So he's hit, miss, and miss.
And Bless This House in the mid-90s, which is Andrew Dice Clay, another
and miss.
comedian. That was on for 2 seasons. And Freddie, what was Freddie? Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s show.
Wow.
I didn't even know he had a show.
He had a show called Freddie. Stay tuned next week when we...
No, let's not do that.
I think it was one
people.
season. Yeah, it was.
At the social working office, I guess.
That's what you call it.
Norm has two coworkers, Lori, who she kept saying she was his social worker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So
Does that just mean she's like she's his direct report or something?
no,
kinda-
it sounds like when he was
for real?
in trouble, she was his social worker.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was gathering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's also she's Roseanne's sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Roseanne,
Laurie Metcalf.
or Roseanne's estranged sister in The Connors.
Mm.
Because Roseanne's not allowed to be in that show. I haven't seen it.
That show ended.
That's fine.
Probably should do it.
And then they had one other coworker, and his name was Danny, and he was just kind of like silly Billy, sort of comic relief dummy guy.
Kind of a poor man's Costanza.
Yeah, that's very much what it felt
okay. I recognized him, but I didn't look up where I would know him from. He seemed like
Yeah, same.
one of those guys that's like a bit
You've seen him.
he's been in like 1 to 2 episodes of a lot of sitcoms.
You
right?
know him.
You'd know him if you saw him.
Just
Like, oh,
close
okay.
your eyes and picture him.
They also have a boss named Anthony, which Norm just torments.
Wait, Curtis?
Anthony Curtis.
Anthony Curtis. Ah,
is his
okay.
name, yeah. But they call him. I suppose they call him Curtis mostly. But Norm just torments him. Like at one point, Norm called Curtis's home and was like, "Hey, your husband's been cheating on this woman. Oh, sorry, can I talk to your mom?" Like he like told like Anthony's daughter or something like that.
Yeah, it's a good bit.
And then the other part of the whole plot is then him just trying to like he has to make this Tiffany girl who's he's her social worker.
Oh, that's not her name.
Wait, Taylor. Her real name's her name on Unhappily Ever After is Tiffany. Won't lie.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
I'll
I'll allow it.
I reverted. He needs to, for some reason. Well, I mean, I'm assuming quote unquote massage parlors are an illegal place. I don't think this takes place in Vegas.
No, they were definitely in New York.
Yeah. So she's working at a massage parlor. And he's supposed to convince her to get a different job. And then Curtis's boss was like, "If you don't, then like we're gonna fire you, and then you're gonna go to jail because if he's not a social worker, he's a convict."
Yeah, he's gonna talk to Norm's probation officer Get him out of here.
And so they kind of go back and forth with that.
Honestly, he doesn't seem like he's being very good. The social worker. The like first scene we have of him, of Norm, at work, he's got a kid on the couch, and he's like, "Look, he stole stuff." And the kid's like, "Aren't you that hockey player that gambled and like got arrested?" And then he's like, "Oh, the kid stole a comb? Get out of here. You're fine."
Like, you know, in a way, obviously, below board sex work, it can be dangerous. Like, you know, a lot of things. And, you know, she made a joke as if she wasn't old enough to be in a strip club or to be a stripper.
Definitely not old enough to be a prostitute.
Which means that, which means I'm like, are you 16? Or like, what? How old are you supposed to be?
Yeah,
that's gross.
She's been to the island.
Oh God, Norm's Island is what we're talking about. But so he's trying to like help her get out of that, or he is now forced to help her do that, because if he doesn't, then he's gonna go to jail. So he tries to lie and bring her in, and she like jokes that, or she like lies that she became a fry cook, which is pretty classic Norm Macdonald. Like, yeah, we'll just lie about it, right? We'll be fine. And that didn't work. And then he got her. Did she get a new job? Like, where was this new job?
No, he went back because the whole thing is like he doesn't like, and this is kind of like Norm Macdonald bit. I feel like in general is that he doesn't really care.
No, he doesn't really care.
Definitely about this job. He kind of makes a crack at how he doesn't really necessarily care about people. But Lori is pushing him. I mean, plus he's gonna go to jail, so he's got to do it. But so he goes. They both go and try to talk her out of it, and she's like, "Nah, like I'm making pretty good money here, or whatever." And then he like has a change of heart and goes back and tries to, and is like, "Hey, if like you don't do this, I'm going to turn you in for being here, and then you'll be forced to go to one of these places. Like you could just go on your own.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these things." And then she's like, "Well, if you do that, I'll turn you in, you'll go to jail." So she's at like some sort of home for recovering prostitutes. That's not how you'd say that. She's not an addict. I don't think.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't remember how she got here.
I don't know if we knew what her crime was. Just that he was her social worker. But when we find out that she murdered 7 kids.
all we know is that he was her social worker and he got her a job at a pizza place, and then it turned out that she was never working there, or quit immediately or something and became a prostitute.
What are you gonna do? Joe, what do you think about the show?
It did remind me a lot of Seinfeld.
Sure.
And just like the structure of it, of just, I mean, granted, you know, it's a must-see TV era, so there's a lot of just like, it's just singles living in New York, but it just didn't like a lot of the tone of it's just like, it's not even necessarily like, it's definitely not a family sitcom, and it's also not a type of sitcom where it's just like if not for family sitcoms, there's other sitcoms where it's like you're deep into the interpersonal romantic relationships of like the lead character or even amongst the main characters. Like I think of other shows like a How I Met Your Mother or something. It's like not that either. It's more of just like, here's a singular guy. He's got a certain point of view, commenting on like weird shit, or normal shit, but in a funny way.
In a way, only Norm Macdonald, I feel like.
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you don't like Norm Macdonald, this show, there's no way, right?
And I think that Seinfeld is kind of similar in that way too, where it's just like you're not trying to see like a will they won't they between like Jerry and Elaine. It's more of just like you're just seeing these people live and like comment on the ludicrousness of the stuff around them.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
granted, it is the first episode, and so it's hard to like compare this to one of the best like sitcoms of all time. But it's like it does. I mean, when you're gonna have like secondary character who like looks like George Costanza, it's hard to not make that comparison. But it's like,
is Lori Elaine?
Yeah, right. Is that what they're trying to do there?
Is there gonna be a Kramer?
Because they're clearly like friends.
Curtis is
but
Kramer.
like
Was Kramer wasn't in the
Yes.
pilot
he
of? Was he in the pilot?
Yep. Elaine was not in the pilot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was. I knew someone was. Okay, anyway.
So I mean, one difference is like there's there's a workplace element to this, which really wasn't part of Seinfeld.
No. 'Cause Jerry didn't have a job.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that makes it a little bit different. I wonder though how much that like really are we gonna really spend in like the workplace, because it is just like he's a social worker, so it's just, to me, what they're projecting about the structure of this show is each week Norm Macdonald's going to try to solve someone's problem.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be
And
workplace
struggle.
drama. It's not going to be about Norm even really as like a character. It's just going to be like we're just brought into a new conflict and he's going to try to fix it somehow in a normal
weasel
way.
his way out of it.
Yeah. How does one average guy with a very unique way of speaking try to do the least amount of work to fix a normal human's problem?
Somewhat
in a comical
cynical,
way.
somewhat cynical human trying to help somehow, because
I'd
of
watch that.
Because if he doesn't help, he's in trouble.
Yeah. Which is,
then
I
he
think, an
finds himself.
interesting premise to get into. When the first part of this podcast, we were talking about like, I don't know what a Norm Macdonald based sitcom looks like, because he's just commenting on random stuff. And so this is one interesting way into that, of just like, hey, it's just a way to feed different scenarios in here. He could have been like a reporter or something, or like, I don't know, something else. Yeah. Where it's just like, this is just a way to bring different conflict scenarios in front of him. So I'm interested in that. It's the laugh track is too much. It's too harsh.
I
and
hated
too fake.
the minute it started. I was like, "Fuck!" There's a laugh track.
Yeah,
I kind of forgot about it near the end.
yeah, that happened.
You start to get used to it again.
I hate that I got used to it so fast.
It's a different
but-
time.
But it was kind of stuff where it was like the stuff in the beginning with like the dog was like, it was funny, but it wasn't that funny where like someone's laughing that hard and just like kind of takes you out of it.
Right. A lot. It's kind of funny because a lot of Norm Macdonald jokes are kind of like, heh heh.
Yeah, you
jokes.
just kind of chuckle at
They're
it.
not like someone like gregoriously laughing.
Yeah. They're really selling it like a big punchline or
Yeah.
something. It's just
And a
like,
lot
that's
of
not
it-
really that kind of joke.
I would like to see a laugh track in a show where like Norm Macdonald is joking, someone goes, heh. You know, because
Yeah, that's a
one
good
guy.
point. I lolled a couple times, but it's mostly just like it's kind of clever and just a little weird.
Mhm.
There was also a whole B plot of just Norm and dogs.
Yeah.
He finds the dog and then he takes the dog home, and then it turns out to be someone else's dog. So
You
then
know-
he gets his own wiener dog.
in all fairness, he found a dog sitting on the street, not leashed up, like
Mhm.
on the sidewalk of New
that's
York,
weird.
and he like took it home. And I think honestly, probably was the right thing to do.
I
And
guess.
then he found out where it was from, and he was just trying to stash the dog back where we found it.
yeah,
but he
well, it
did
was
then-
from where he picked it up.
Yeah, well,
from.
and then
That's-
he brought it. Yeah, but someone let their dog out and just it was
By
sitting in the
themselves
middle
on
of
the
the
if
street.
you could just pick up a tiny dog, though, you probably check the tag on it.
Yeah, before you walk away with it.
Look, Norm,
This is my dog now.
Norm and the owner are both in the wrong.
Oh, for sure.
So,
But
but more so the owner.
I had a question for you guys about how do you feel about with the believability of Norm Macdonald as a once pro hockey player?
Oh, he's such a scrawny little bitch.
I
Like,
guess I have
I don't
no
believe it at
idea.
all.
Is
Is that what
just,
hockey players looked like in 1999?
Is it just because he's Canadian or what?
That's totally the vibe that I got from that. Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense. He's from Canada.
I've never once looked at
They
Norm
grew up on
Macdonald
skates, right?
and thought sports of any form. Not
Maybe
even.
that's the bit.
I don't think I've looked at Norm Macdonald and thought bowling.
Oh, I bet he bowled.
He probably bowled.
Oh man, I bet he had a great handicap. I don't know. Is that good? No, that's bad.
Real
Well,
low.
no, in golf you want a low handicap. I mean, it's good.
Sure, a low handicap.
But I don't know if that's how they rate you in bowling. Maybe.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. My general feel is like it's interesting in that it's a little bit different, but like I worry that they're gonna like try to like square peg this into. He's clearly just got a different sense of humor
Mm-hmm.
than even a Seinfeld or a lot of these other comedy based sitcoms where it's like you kind of just have to like take the ride with him, and I don't know how well that fits in a sitcom setting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like nobody was like Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
No one had that. I don't even know, like the way that he spoke, like is just odd.
It's really hard to like explain to people what like Norm Macdonald's.
He's super deadpan.
Yeah.
But also super silly. Like,
it kind of strikes me as like if he was like the secondary character in a sitcom, I feel like that would like work really well.
Yeah, maybe.
Where it's like you just have like a normcore kind of like straight man character and then their friend who's Norm Macdonald.
Norm's Kramer?
Yeah, right? And I can even see it of just like it can be like a two-hander show where it's like Bob and Norm.
Like a 2.5 Men and Norm is one of them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not like,
it's Norm Macdonald and Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, it's funny to like
kid.
make a good example out of 2.5 Men. But yes, that's kind of what I mean. Where it's like Norm's like the kind of like, is this a real human being? And like you have another guy as opposed to Norm Macdonald being the main character.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, I can see that. I just really like Norm Macdonald so much. So like him just being able to just chatter away makes me so happy. So I loved it. I would flow right into this episode 2 on their show. But it is concerning or maybe just like questionable how long just a Norm Macdonald show could last before you're like, all right.
Yeah. I feel like he never became like a household name,
Yeah.
He was not Seinfeld level of famous, but very, very funny.
I think the thing with the flaw in having him as the main character in the first episode even is just like that it has to have this point in the plot where it's like, well, now he has to go try to fix this thing. And like to me that doesn't really fit in like the Norm Macdonald humor. Now it feels like we're trying to fit Norm Macdonald into like, well, but like we need to like fix the things by the end of the show, right? And to me that doesn't seem like something he would do.
Well, that's why he had to do it or go to jail.
Yeah.
But
he in a normal McDonald world,
a normal
he just wouldn't have turned her in then, right?
Yeah.
And not gone to jail. She'd just still be a prostitute.
Yeah. You're just like, well, I tried.
Yep.
Well, I mean, even Norm Macdonald would probably be like, maybe a 16-year-old shouldn't be a prostitute.
Sure.
That's a pretty solid no-brainer for even the laziest of good-willed people.
Sure.
If she was 18 and she wanted to be a prostitute, then it's like, whatever.
Give it a couple years.
At least she's an adult, and she can decide. It's not a morality contest. It's now legality.
Oh, God.
Predictions?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I read this after the predictions, but I found out that the third season moved to Friday nights, which they called the Friday Night Death Slot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was after TGIF. We were trying to kind of revitalize that.
Friday's over.
And then this show went third season went to April 2021, and the show was canceled May 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it finished its season at least.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting.
So what do you got for predictions?
I can go. My first one is we see Bob Saget.
Okay.
Because so Bob Saget directed Dirty Work
Yeah.
in, when did I say that was? 98?
98.
And had a small like bit, just one scene in it, and it's fantastic. And I just think it'd be really funny if he came back for just one little bit again. And if the show's dying, maybe old Bob would do that for Norm. Then number 2, I have Norm and Lori relationship.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna try to push that. She had like a little thing at the beginning of this episode of like where they're talking about the dog and like getting a dog from the pound and like it's used, and then she's projecting her own relationship issues on it.
She went really Elliot Reed there.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe there's something there. Then number 3, I think Norm finishes his community service, even though like they said it was 5 years and he's only been there 6 by this first episode. I think will not be moving like by year exactly. So I think he's finishing his community service. And then my number 4 is that I think Norm is like still a social worker, but like for real now.
Oh, and not a court
By
ordered.
this, yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a social worker now.
I am no longer a court-ordered social worker. I am a social worker.
Yeah. I have a hard time seeing them getting away from that, considering all of the 3 main characters work there.
Yeah, that's probably where this is going to be until the show's done. Joe, what do you got?
Conversely, I think Norm no longer works in social work. I think they get away from this thing.
Yeah, maybe. At least Norm could.
Yeah, I think they can still have the characters and they're all just friends or something, but I don't think he works there anymore. I think there is an alumnus of SNL that does a cameo.
Ooh.
I think that in an effort to save the show or inject a different vibe to it, they introduce a kid character.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep. There's some plucky kid that's in the show.
Oh no.
Gotta save the marriage. I mean the show.
Yep.
Joe hates
Bring a kid
pluck.
in. And then my last one is there's a pizza, because if you can't save it with a kid, save it with pizza.
Nice. He was carrying a pizza at the very beginning of the show.
That's true. Well, I know they're not in Chicago, but that brings me to my first one. Danny eats a hot dog.
Oh man, is this because last week Joe predicted hot dog,
Yeah.
but it was a pizza. So now
Yeah.
you're predicting a pizza,
Yep.
but Josh is predicting hot dog. All right, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Someone's going to eat fucking something. Number 1, I think there's a new dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a good bookend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Norm just gets dogs.
Yeah, that'd be funny if it's just a bit where he just has a new dog each
Yeah.
episode.
Every episode.
Yeah.
And it gets taken away somehow every episode. Dang.
Number 2, I think Norm's moving.
'Kay.
Before I realized that they canceled the
trope.
show, I was hoping that they were going to finale and he was going to move.
Mm.
But I also went with a wedding. Regular trope.
Nice.
Well, moving's kind of a regular trope too, I suppose. But
Yeah.
So those are my 4. The finale of the show is called Norm versus Shelly's Old Flame.
Okay.
So I guess we'll, number 1, meet Shelly.
Nice.
And then secondly, we'll meet her old flame. So we're going to watch this finale and we will be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the last episode of Norm. It was called Norm versus Shelly's Old Flame. Jimmy, you got it right up?
All right, here's what I got. In the series finale, Norm asks Shelly out, and she says yes. He plans their date when Shelly introduces the office to a friend, Travis, from Colorado, saying he's in town visiting. Norm reacts and she warns him about his issue with jealousy. But here's the thing. Hold on, I gotta go over to the Wikipedia.
Oh, what's the thing?
Norm is shocked, and he gains the ability to hear other men's thoughts. He uses it to his advantage when he finds out that an old boyfriend of Shelly's is trying to steal her away from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this Shelly.
It seems like they have been in a relationship throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
They moved in together, or were going to move in together.
I think I read she was his probation officer in season 2.
Oh, man. Norm.
Get it.
They made no reference to him being a social worker because he had to for his like community service. That doesn't mean he's not. Maybe they just we just don't say it anymore because
It's not a part of the plot
we
anymore.
don't really have to talk about it anymore. But man, Norm, probation officer, really know how to pick him. Yeah. So the two main things are Norm was gonna get another date with this Shelly, who he already had some form of relationship with before.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also can now read the thoughts of men, or hear their thoughts.
Yeah, just men.
Just men, which is funny.
Yeah. The opposite of what women want.
The opposite of what men want.
Probably the best joke in this was when he tells Danny, and then he's like, wait, just men? And then then Norm was like, but imagine if I could read women's thoughts, and then they laugh, and then he says, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole episode, once again, I mean, they did not lose, I think, what the voice of the show was in episode 1. Very Norm Macdonald joke coded.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was a funnier episode.
I mean, yeah, and I think it's funnier because of that. I think that the Norm voice is much clearer in this episode than the first one. The first one, it felt like they were trying to fit it into a sitcom, and now it's just jokes, and not trying to fit into any sort of format or something.
God, I feel like I'm hitting a point in my life where if someone asked me, you could have dinner with a celebrity, dead or alive, and I think I'd pick Norm Macdonald. Because it would be so uncomfortable and interesting.
Be very interesting.
And funny. I think I'd do it.
Yeah. The whole plot line of he could read men's thoughts is just it's nonsensical and silly and just not something that you would see in most other sitcoms.
Well, I mean, yeah, the joke about how he kind of was proving that he could do it was just walking through the office, hearing everyone say a thought, and then go, "Am I gay?"
Yeah, yeah.
Also very Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Oh, the other one that I really liked with him reading minds is he told the guy that he could read his mind, and the guy was trying to test him, and he was like, okay, in his head, he was like, okay, if you can read my mind, then say something in French. And then Norm says, I don't speak French. And then the guy's like, aha, wait a second.
Also, that guy was Diedrich Bader of the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah.
And also Office Space.
Funny guy.
Not Bob Saget at all.
Not Bob Saget. And he was not in SNL at any point.
No. Oh, yeah. Is he also Canadian?
Oh, he was never on SNL?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is surprising. A little bit. Maybe not. But it did make sense because since the co-creator was also the co-creator of Drew Carey Show. Mm-hmm. Also, we had another character in The Office, Max. Did you recognize Max? I'm forgetting his last name now because all the last names in this are not their real names.
Was that the piano guy?
Yeah.
The piano guy, the old guy.
I didn't recognize him.
He is the guy from Elf.
Oh, okay.
What? I just watched Elf. What the guy?
He was Alf in Elf?
He's not Elf. He's like the dad
Oh wait,
in
you're,
the show.
You're saying Alf.
Alf, not
the movie Elf.
not the movie Elf.
Okay, I just watched Elf,
Just
but I
now
haven't.
it's February.
Well, we watched. No, I think we watched Alf. Or sorry, shit.
God damn it!
We watched Elf on Christmas Day. I
Nice.
haven't seen
A
Elf
classic.
in a while.
A classic. Okay, well, he's the guy from Elf, among other things. Also, we had a brother, or like a half, some kind of brother, Artie,
Played by Artie Lang.
played by Artie Lang, who I think is just a BFF of Norm Macdonald because he's also in Dirty Work.
Is Artie Lang and Norm Macdonald the two dudes that are floating at Adam Sandler's pool in Happy Gilmore? Not Happy Gilmore. Billy Madison.
Oh man,
Are those the two?
I don't know.
I think they're his two degenerate friends that are
Huh.
like floating around all the time.
I don't know. Listeners, let us know. Billy Madison.
I'll watch.
Fans.
I'll watch Billy Madison someday, inevitably again. So
I wonder because Artie Lang. I don't remember Artie Lang. He was on Mad TV, right? I don't know
was he on?
that he
the
was on
Howard Stern show?
SNL.
Was that? Did he eventually?
On the what?
Did he eventually become part of the Howard Stern show?
Yes, Artie
Okay.
Lang. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That's right.
Is that one of those like pop? Like I very like much don't know anything about
Huge
Stern.
Howard Stern fan.
I really
Baba Booey.
he's so tangentially interesting based on like how like so many
In pop culture.
Gen Xers
Yeah,
are
it's
just
very
so
Gen X.
into Howard Stern, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't
Hmm.
understand who this guy is. Like, I
Hmm.
get it. He's a controversial radio
Here's
host.
the the
Mhm.
kind of the OG shock jock
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
pre Rogan.
he's just oh god, he's just Gen
He
X's
was
Rogan.
Gen X's Rogan.
before
100%.
before Rogan was Gen X's Rogan.
Well, sure.
Because Rogan is also Gen X's Rogan.
Sure. Oh god.
There are a couple other subplots. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna, while we're talking about Joe Rogan, it's wild how that guy shows up because it's like, you know, he became this like lightning rod of a podcast host, but before that he was a UFC commentator, and then before that he was the host of
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. But
And before that, he was on news radio.
yeah. Recently there was a show that I had like, I just woke up one morning and I thought of it. And I was like, oh yeah, what was that show? And it was a show on VH1 where like they had like a panel on of like 4 like comedians or like, you know, pop culture critics or whatever, and they would debate like what's the best metal band of all time or what's the best one-hit wonder of all time.
Sure.
It was called The List on VH1.
List.
And so I like one morning just like remembered it and then like looked it up and like just like pulled up an episode to just see like was that the show I was thinking of, and like right away it's like, I'm your host Joe Rogan. And I'm just like, Joe Rogan hosted this show? This guy's just
Fuck.
everywhere.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Huh. I used to be super into VH1 when I was in high school.
I thought you were going to say Joe Rogan. Super
Big
into Joe
Rogan
Rogan.
head.
Really, really big into the Joe Rogan experience.
No, I didn't used to be. But now I am.
And
He's
you're
got
off.
some ideas.
You're off the pot.
Now that he's like, I think ice kind of sucks. Oh, do they? Do they, Joe? Fuck you.
Joseph.
So Norm Macdonald, huh?
Yeah.
R.I.P.
We didn't really say the two other like subplots.
What are those?
Is there two? Right. Maybe there's one.
Oh, Max and Lori.
Lori and Max. Lori had like, it was some form of musical recital or something. I don't know.
It was like a
an
open mic kind of thing, yeah.
And she was like, I play the flute, and she asked Danny if he wanted to play guitar with her. And then Max just randomly, because we don't know Max from anything from the first episode.
Mm.
And he's like, I play piano. And then Danny like dips out right away because he doesn't want to deal with it, which is kind of funny because he's like, because Max is good at piano,
Mm-hmm.
and Danny ran away from Max, where it's like he dodged a bullet by just not being with Lori, because what we found out was that Lori doesn't know how to play the flute.
Yeah.
And so there's this like duo of Max and Lori playing good piano and bad flute, which honestly kind of felt like a mild comedy.
Actually playing piano.
Oh yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Which you don't see too often, and it's usually something that bothers me quite a bit when like the strings or whatever, the keys are not matching the fingers whatsoever. He was definitely playing piano.
Two TV shows where they do that. This show and Always Sunny.
Yeah.
For some reason,
because Charlie Day is a real player.
Good at playing piano randomly. Which this kind of reminded me of Always Sunny a little bit. Of there's one not Charlie playing keyboard. There's the one episode where Charlie's dating like Rosario Dawson, I think, and she's a rich girl, and there's the rich dude that Dee is dating. And
not Rosario Dawson.
No.
All.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the episode, the like, Cruel Intentions kind of episode.
Yeah,
What it is?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But they're dating like the rich people, but the guy is just like bringing them in to like make fun of them.
Yeah.
Which is what they were doing in this episode of Norm. They were bringing the bad musical group in to like pay them a bunch of money to make fun of them.
That I'm like forgetting that.
Menage a trois. But that happens in Sunny, and so that's what I was thinking when we were doing that.
Now I'm tracking. Just rich people bringing in poor people for their own amusement to laugh at them. Really.
What is that girl's name?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's not Rosario Dawson.
Certainly not even a person of color.
No, it's just a white girl.
Just a white girl.
But she's in a couple like horror movies.
Sure.
God, I see her in stuff. I can't think of what her name is.
She's an actress.
I'll come up with it
She's a
about 10
working
minutes.
Actress. All right.
So just
That's
when
a
I
great episode
when
of
I
Sunny.
yell an actor's name out in 5 minutes, that's who it is.
It's a great episode of Sunny.
And I guess that's kind of the only other. Well, then there's the Shelly stuff, and then the Norm's mind reading.
Yeah.
I guess second other subplot is Norm just calls it Wiener Dog.
Yeah.
He does.
The wiener dog's still there. He just
Have a
calls him
wiener
wiener dog.
Which is great.
Crazy. Did that guy come back and decide to give the wiener dog back again? Like what?
No,
is this a different wiener dog?
No, that wasn't. He got this wiener dog at the end of episode 1. So the first dog that he took was not a wiener dog.
I know that.
And then the second dog he had in the first episode,
a guy came to his door and said, "I dropped this dog off at the pound, and my wife."
But he didn't give it back.
Mad.
He just shut the door on him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, he never gave that dog back.
Oh, I thought he gave that dog back
No.
to the guy.
No, he kept the dog.
Huh. Okay, then. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's I love this show. This is great. This show's great. I just love I love Norm Macdonald humor. I think this show's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're into that at all.
But I can see this being a big niche cuz like you got to be a
for sure
special kind of lunatic to like Norm Macdonald
I think that's true. You have to feel a certain way about the world and how it's ending. That's kind of how he views everything. It's like we're all just gonna die. All this really kind of makes me want to do though is watch Dirty Work and then circle back to this.
I mean, I'd watch Dirty Work.
Maybe some more Conan. Ooh. I'm pretty sure Norm was on the last episode of Conan, like the last late night.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he was one of the final guests. Joe, you watching this show?
I was definitely more sold on it for the last episode than the first. But probably not.
It seems like it's all on YouTube.
Yeah,
because that's where we watched it.
I can watch some stand up.
It is nice.
Oh yeah, really quick, Joe. What was your? I made you watch the news joke.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
It's pretty funny. I gotcha.
See, no spoilers, listeners. That's a pretty
Not
much. It's
here.
pretty much a raving review from Joe. So.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. He left really hard the whole time. Okay. Should we see how we did?
Yeah.
Sure. I went first, I think. There was no Bob Saget. Norm and Lori are not together. He's trying to date Shelly, but then also being like, nah, never mind. You're a skank. And then number 3, Norm finishes his community service. No way to tell in this episode what's happening. I'd feel like probably because Shelly was his probation officer and now she's not. But maybe was relationship related. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Norma's still a social worker, but for real, again, he seems to still be a social worker, but no way to know if that's community service related or not.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about it, so we it's no way to tell. Alexandra Daddario. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, super close to Rosario Dawson.
Both
Basically
have
the
D
same
last
name.
names.
Basically the same name.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. Literally, if I would have just said Norma's still a social worker, I would have got what I had to say for real.
Yeah, you really had to do that caveat. So nothing?
I guess nothing.
Joe?
I had that Norm is no longer a social worker,
Well,
which I guess
that
he
was
just
also
still
wrong.
Yeah, he still just kind of works there.
think so.
SNL alum cameo, and I Googled a lot of people that showed up on the show, and none of them worked at SNL. So, nope. They added a kid, which no, they did keep the pup, so that's cute.
Wiener dog.
That's fun.
And then my last one was that they have a pizza, and I didn't see any pizza. So
But
no
one.
points.
No? 1? 0?
No points.
Oh, I thought you said they kept the dog.
No.
Made
I
that
said
up?
that they added a kid.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't get that point. Okay, well I said new dog, so sorry, Wiener dog. Apologies to Wiener dog.
Mm-hmm.
I also said Norm's moving. Nope. I said there would be a wedding. Nope. And I said Danny eats a hot dog. The only thing we learned about Danny is he plays guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So 0 points. We all did really good this week.
Danny was not really in much of this at all. I just realized.
No, he freaked out about the guitar thing earlier, and then it was kind of about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done being in this episode fully. He did that bit where Norm read his mind, and then Norm tried to talk to him via Norm's mind, and then he thought back, do you realize that I can't hear what you're saying? Which is pretty much exactly, I saw that, and I was like, that's exactly what I would have done if my friend could read my mind right there. If he did that, like looked at me like this.
That's
Perfect.
right. I forgot that they did a bunch of back and forth with the mind reading. And then at the end, the dog had a little narration and said maybe Norma's gay. And that's how this show ended.
Yeah, a wiener dog speculating on whether Norm Macdonald's gay, and that the show ends. And that's how this show is gonna end. Listeners, if you want to hit us up with show suggestions, you sure can at F&L Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. Remember, you can watch us on YouTube. It's just audio podcast with the thumbnail, but if that's what you prefer, hit us up there. And we're on all the other podcast players of choice. Services. That's the one. Let us know what you want us to watch going forward. Send us show suggestions so we can steal them for April Madness, which is coming up in about a month or in 2 months ish when by the time this comes out. So, all right. Well, thank you for listening. We will see you again next week. Goodbye.